presented by Intuit TurboTax. 7-3 game. Texans get the ball right back, and they are inside Patriots territory, starting at the 47. Here's Woody Marks. Runs into a pile of bodies. No gain. Kayshon, who's had a career year on this one-year deal, the former Raider and former Jacksonville Jaguar, was in on the stop, but he brought friends with him. 2nd and 10.
Yeah, you look at this offense, of course, they come in without Nico Collins. There's Dalton Schultz. He's the leading receiver on this team, so now you're without your top 2 weapons. If you're C.J. Stroud, don't want to see that.
Trying to figure out what's going on with Schultz, who hit that 42-yard catch on the drive where they got the field goal last time they had it. Stroud throws and nearly picked. Higgins was the target. And the defensive play by Craig Woodson, the rookie safety, and he almost took it away.
Yeah, he's sitting pretty flat-footed. There is the middle safety. He was driving on it. This is a ball that, Stroud thinks he's got an opportunity, but Woodson's right in the back here, and he drives on it immediately and could have very easily have intercepted that ball. But when you see that, C.J. Stroud, Nick Caley, the conditions are a factor, but no, you can take a deep shot if they're sitting that tight on those intermediate throws.
It's 3rd down and 10. Blitz coming. Stroud gets it out. What a catch by Higgins. And they're going to mark Jaden Higgins just short of first down yardage. He gets 9. And it's 4th down.
That's a great job by C.J. Stroud. I mean, they bring the pressure right up the gut. He feels it. He hangs in there and delivers a ball. Good job by Higgins. That's where his size is a real factor to be able to go up and make a play on the football like that.
Looks like a good spot, and it's 4th down and half a yard. Nick Chubb, his first carry. First down, Houston. Let's go back down to Laura.
Well, Joe, you saw Dalton Schultz being taken into the locker room. He's questionable to return with a calf injury. Spent a brief amount of time in the medical tent and immediately had to go to the locker room. You see the injury happen right here. Our cameras caught that. We'll keep an eye on if Schultz can return. Obviously, a key piece of that drive they had before this possession.
Yeah, 82 catches during the regular season. Wow. There is Nico Collins, who suffered the concussion late in the 3rd quarter at Pittsburgh. He's their Pro Bowl receiver. 2 big weapons not available. Stroud throws it, and diving try for the interception by Davis. And it's an interception. And let's take a look. Did he get both feet down?
It didn't look to me like he did. Let's take a look.
It's an interception. First down. New England.
His knee's in.
Yeah, 1 knee equals 2 feet is what I once heard, but it sure does look like it's in. It's close as to whether or not it was on the line, but it looks good to me, Russell.
I agree, Troy. It looks like that knee is in. Even if it rolls out, it's not like a heel toe. Then he needs to maintain possession through contact with the ground. Looks like he does. I have a catch.
Wow, I'm not sure what C.J. Stroud saw on that throw.
It's another C.J. Stroud turnover in this postseason. Turned it over 3 times in Pittsburgh, and right now this is being called an interception. They'll check it. We'll get the call when we come back.
Introducing Mike's Hot Italian Sub from Jersey Mike's. Fresh ham, salami, and pepperoni chopped up by hand right on the grill. Forget about it. Then topped with a layer of melted provolone? Forget about it. And the regular is only $8.95? Forget about it. Wait a minute. Actually, remember about it. Because you got to try it with our chopped pepper relish before it's gone. The all-new Mike's Hot Italian Sub for a limited time only at Jersey Mike's.
You told Mom to send her prescription to Amazon Pharmacy. She didn't.
Price check in pharmacy.
All Mom had to do was use Amazon Pharmacy, and her meds would get delivered right to her door.
Mike? Terrified of used car shopping, and I cannot afford to overpay.
Buddy, I'm always here to help.
Well, show me, Carfox.
Carfax can show how damage impacts price, so you don't have to overpay. Get free Carfax reports on every car listed, only at Carfax.
It's a T for teen. When the battle was over and all the rage was spent, Ragnar the Undying just needed a little me time. Build, decorate, and unwind in a home of your own in Azeroth. Adventure is calling you home.
The final chapter of the wildest playoff in sports. Miami's storm through the postseason has led them home, while Indiana seeks college football immortality. The CFP National Championship, Monday on ESPN.
Here's a look at that last interception. Christian Kirk is in the slot. Carlton Davis is the corner playing the outside, and Kirk tries to take it up the sideline. If he drives this ball, he's got a chance, and it looked like that it just got away. He wasn't so much, I don't think, trying to lead Kirk up the sideline. Just another throw that gets away, and a great play by Davis.
Here is a handoff to Ramondre Stevenson, who pushes the pile and gets 5. The Texans during the regular season plus 17 in the turnover margin. That was the second best in the league to the Bears, and the Bears play tonight at home against the Rams. They are -2 in the playoffs, so they got away with turnovers in Pittsburgh. You don't get the feeling they're going to get away with multiple turnovers in a game like this.
No, and Carlton Davis, who hadn't gone without an interception since his rookie year 8 years ago, came up with his first of this year.
And first ever in the playoffs. Maye turned around. There was no one there, so he goes forward. Got the first down. The ball came out. The Texans are saying they have it. There's been no signal yet.
Looks like Togiai may have the ball.
And they do have it.
Covered by Houston. First down.
That's Alshire who comes away with a football. And let's take a look at the end of this. Oh, yeah, that was punched out by Togiai.
That's such a great job by Togiai. He has been a playmaker throughout the year, and especially to close out the season. I tell you, the defense trying to take control of this thing, much like they did last week. Offense is struggling. They turn the ball over. They've got to put it in their own hands, and they get to take away and set up this offense with outstanding field position.
That was a broken play. Drake Maye kind of turned around, may have turned the wrong way, was looking for somewhere to go with the ball.
5-3 on the game clock, please. Thank you.
It is Houston's ball. They're messing with the clock right now. 53 seconds left in this first quarter, but Maye had picked up the first down with his legs, and then Togiai punched it out. Patriots turn the ball back over 2 plays later after the Carlton Davis interception. On first down, Stroud flips it. Higgins with a catch. Gonzalez makes the play in a gain of about 5.
Joe, you look at this game for Houston and C.J. Stroud. Last week, they ran the ball about as well as they have all year. It was a big part of why they had the success they had. Woody Marks with his first 100-yard game against the Steelers. Today, they've not gotten anything out of the running game, and so it has all been on C.J. Stroud to move the football. It's a lot of pressure on the road in these type games.
Hand off to Marks, right side. And he is stopped close to, but it looked like short of first down yardage as he picked up 4, and that will do it for the first quarter here in Foxborough. It's a 7-3 ball game in this divisional playoff. Winner of this game has a date with the Denver Broncos next Sunday. Snow falling in Foxborough. The Patriots lead it by 4.
Thanks for calling Discover. This is Diane.
Hi, I just received my new Discover card. It says cash back on every purchase. What's cash back?
It's new. Buy what you need, earn a little extra back.
Even on walkie-talkies, rope, and a baseball bat?
You betcha.
10 to 15 pumpkins? That works.
Absolutely.
How about flowers?
What he meant to say was flamethrower.
A what?
The sign
Sonic $6 All-American Smasher meal tops the burger food chain. Get it hand smashed and made to order, plus a side and medium drink for just $6. Great burger, even greater deal. Try the Sonic All-American Smasher meal for $6 today.
Yakuza tried to kill me. I got your back. You blew up my car. I blew up their car, and then it landed on yours. The Wrecking Crew. Rated R.
Sucks you have to work on a Sunday.
Does it, though?
How about dogs?
Okay.
I brought Peyton Manning.
It's quitting time.
Anything for Bud Light, the official beer sponsor of the NFL.
You know what I miss most about playing? Yelling, "Hey!" So I got this job. Pizza? Mom, I don't miss that.
Get our biggest pizza, the Big New Yorker, for just $10 at Pizza Hut.
Oh, you want to put the heavier items on the bottom. Let's let him do his job. Right. Young homeowners love to get involved with everything.
Latte for Jan?
We got a latte for Jan.
Remember, you don't work here.
Latte for Jan?
I think the chicken marsala.
Ooh, I would not have that.
Julie?
Jan, Jan as in January.
Canned goods, OJ, root beer, then probably sandwich cookies.
Progressive can't protect you from becoming your parents, but we can protect your home and auto when you bundle with us.
Could be Jan, I guess. Jan?
Fans get ready for the 2026 NFL Pro Bowl games powered by Verizon. Watch the league's top stars face off. AFC versus NFC flag football showdown. Catch all the action on ESPN and Disney XD Tuesday, February 3rd. That's Super Bowl week at 8 o'clock Eastern. You see the Pro Bowlers on each side, and now in this 7-3 game, it's going to be third down and less than one for the Texans with a ball resting just outside the 17. Texans in the red zone this year were 30th in the league despite their 12-5 record. 0 for 1 in this game in scoring touchdowns. Had one called back because of an illegal shift. They get Stover under center, their tight end, and he gets shoved from behind and picks up the first down, something they do a lot. British Brooks, the fullback, was back there, and he made sure that Cade Stover was going to pick it up.
Yeah, well, that's what their job is. These guys back here, that's what they do. They're supposed to just get some movement. But, Joe, you look at this now with them in the red zone. They're without Nico Collins, without Dalton Schultz. Not only are they their top 2 leading receivers, but they're also their top 2 red zone targets. So a big loss.
First down for Houston. They set up a screen for Marks, looking for blocks, and he is brought down on the play by Marcus Jones. Christian Ellis. 2 players combined for the stop and a gain of 6.
You know, Woody Marks might be that guy as we move through this game. Nice job there. Essentially, if you can get the high completion passes, stay ahead of the chains, that's good. Woody Marks, coming out of college, was one of the best receiving backs in the draft. They haven't really utilized him all that much, but he's capable. And with those top 2 guys down, maybe he becomes a bigger factor in this game as a receiving threat. They go extra offensive lineman.
Blake Fisher in the ball game for that. Big hit by Ellis on Woody Marks. No gain. And Christian Ellis, who they got off waivers from the Eagles, is a physical presence as a linebacker in the middle of this defense, and he knocked Mark's helmet off on this play.
This is how you play linebacker. This would make the old linebacker Mike Vrabel really proud. You see, he sees it, reads it, feels the gap, makes a big-time play. All their linebackers do that. Robert Spillane, they were happy to get him back. They've had solid play at the linebacker position all year.
Third down and 4. Here they come. Stroud. End zone. Kirk. Touchdown. On the blitz. And a perfect throw from C.J. Stroud. And the Texans have their first lead of the day.
The Patriots bring a lot of different looks, and this time they go 0 blitz. Nobody in the middle of the field. Here they come, and even with a ball that's thrown behind Christian Kirk, he's able to use his body and hold off the defender just enough. You see Marcus Jones is in coverage. Kirk's running to the outside route, and a ball that's behind, and yet he protects the throw.
Extra point by Fairbairn is not through. And it's a 10-7 game. Tommy Togiai is the guy that set it up. He's had a big year. A guy who was on their practice squad last year. Big number 72 knocked it out. Texans took it down the field. Christian Kirk into the end zone. Texans on top, 10-7.
It's Darvin's Built in America sale. For a limited time, save 50% store-wide, plus an extra 10% tax relief with 0% APR for 24 months. And get a free American flag. Going on now at Darvin Furniture and Mattress.
Dear All-Wheel Drive, let's show the road what we've got. Snowy streets, we're coming for you. Icy grip, we're holding tight. Wintry mix, Safety's the name of our game. Toyota all-wheel drive sedans. Right now, lease a new 2026 Camry for $309 a month, or lease a new 2026 Prius for $259 a month. Find yours at Toyota.com. Toyota, let's go places.
At Bell Tire, we're giving free lifetime maintenance with every tire we sell. And beating anyone's price.
And we fix flats for free. It's just what we do for our customers.
Another day getting people back on the road. Bell Tire. That's how we are changing tires.
Time now for our total replay brought to you by Royal Caribbean. And that touchdown catch by Christian Kirk, who was traded to the Texans from the Jaguars, right into your living room. Shake of the head from Mike Vrabel and D'Amico Ryans, his team. Back in the playoffs 3 straight years. They're now up 3. Efton Chisholm on the return. Tripped up before he can get to the 30. As Tremon Smith made the stop, and we'll check in with Lisa Salters.
Yeah, Joe, Mike Vrabel has been in Drake Maye's ear all season about leadership, reminding him that guys are looking at him to see how he handles things when things are going well, and especially when they are not. And one thing that Maye told us that he learned from last week, the importance of ball security. He said he knew he had to do a better job with that today. That hasn't been the case so far. After that fumble, you could see him on the sideline. He looked upset. Let's see how he responds.
Yeah, let's watch the response here by the 23-year-old. Sideline throw and nearly picked by Lassiter. Kayshon Boutte was the target, and Kamari Lassiter was there stride for stride.
Well, we heard Lisa in her report before the game when she said, in talking with Drake Maye, he said, make sure that every possession ends with a kick. And that didn't happen on that fumble, of course, and it cost them 7 points. So I'm sure he's been reminded of that by Josh McDaniels. And in a game like this, against a defense like this, clearly that oftentimes determines who wins and loses these games.
He's fumbled twice today, lost the ball 1 time as a handoff to Travion Henderson. Gets a few. That's it. 3rd down coming up.
You know, one of the problems for New England here in this first half has been that they just have had too many 3rd and longs. So they've gotten into these 3rd and long situations. They've yet to convert on 3rd down, and the reason is that they've all been 3rd and 10 or more, and this is the shortest one they've had at 3rd and 7.
That was a story a week ago in Pittsburgh for the Steelers offense. 3rd down and long, and as Troy said, 3rd and 7 here. Maye able to get out to his left, wins that foot race, and gets the first down. Danielle Hunter couldn't bring him down. It's an 8-yard carry and a first down, much needed for New England.
Sure is. This is where Drake Maye really hurt the Chargers last week. He was the leading rusher with 60 yards rushing and was able to move the chains a number of times. He also had a big scramble before the end of the half that set up a 3-point field goal. And the Houston Texans have been good against the run. It's been the running quarterbacks, the scrambles, where they've struggled this year.
Yeah, hard to believe as Henderson gets nothing. Danielle Hunter in on that stop. So Drake Maye, who was the leading rusher for the Patriots last week against the Chargers, in their career. And you know how many games Brady played? 48. 133 rush yards. He just won championships along the way. And for Drake Maye, he's played 2 and he's carried it for 78.
I'd take those Lombardi trophies over those yards any day. And I know Tom's watching, and he will too.
Yeah, no doubt about it. Player is down. We'll check on that and take a break.
So handsome.
I can't buy this. What's wrong?
Hang on there. Actually, you can. Your Empower investment accounts are designed for the long haul. And this whole off-whitish cantaloupe thingy is really working for you. So... Oh! Hot surprise! Nobody says that. Get good at money so you can be a little bad. Empower.
Introducing Chipotle's new high-protein menu with real chicken, grilled fresh, no antibiotics, no fillers, ever. Starting at $3.50, packed with protein, Chipotle's new high-protein menu is real protein you want to eat. Chipotle, for real.
A.J. Brown is a football star, but he also has Geico like a regular person. So we had one translate.
To achieve excellence, I imagine it, manifest it, and then boom!
Yeah, he saw one of those Geico ads online, seized it. He switched to Geico.
Because Geico is like me, always open.
He means their 24/7 claim support.
Always open.
No one can cover, except Geico.
You're not A.J. Brown, but we'll treat you like him.
Open 24/7.
It feels good to get the star treatment. It feels good to Geico.
When I've heard that fantasy football leagues are making last place teams spend 24 hours at their restaurants, they wanted to help. So they're launching bottomless pancakes for everyone.
Just like you helped everyone's fantasy team this season?
Get free bottomless pancakes with select breakfast combos only at AHA.
They all started on the outside, looking in, with the future too faint to see. But look closer. The eyes told the truth. Greatness was already waiting. Every legend starts as a long shot. Soon, the suits will be pressed, the stage set, and everyone will be watching. From first dream to draft night destiny, ESPN is where it all begins.
Man, I miss this. You and me just getting real. Let's turn this place into our feelings dojo.
You two idiots are perfect for each other. You can do this. Is it on my face? No.
Rookie running back, second-round pick from Ohio State, Travion Henderson was the one that was down. He was able to pop up and jog over to the sideline, still getting checked. Second down and 9. Just a 3-man rush. And a throw too short for Kayshon Boutte. Brings up 3rd and 9. He had his man, but couldn't get it to him.
You know, Will Anderson obviously having a great year, first-team All-Pro this year, and it's just been absolutely electric. Had a big game last week. Last week, however, he lined up more over the left tackle than what he generally has throughout the year. Normally, he lines up over the right tackle, and that's carried over into this game again as well. He's working a little bit more over the left tackle, rookie Will Campbell, with some of the struggles he had last week.
Working against Morgan Moses here. This one is down the sideline and incomplete. With Kyle Williams the target, it's 4th down and another stop by this Texans defense.
Boy, just an outstanding release, and he gets past Lassiter. And just a tough time trying to get the ball into his hands, but Lassiter gets beat off the line of scrimmage. You're going to see just an excellent release move, and then he's got a couple steps, just not able to connect.
And now the punt. Hangs it high, Behringer does, with Knoll calling for a fair catch. And on this wintry day in Foxborough, able to haul it in cleanly. Texans ball, up 3.
Think switching to T-Mobile's a whole complicated thing? Nah.
It's easy. Switch to T-Mobile and unlock savings that are built to last. With T-Mobile's Better Value Plan, you can save over $1,000 a year versus Verizon and AT&T. Save on streaming, satellite, and more benefits that they leave out.
I get all the VIP perks. Don't mind if I do.
For a limited time, get our most value pack plan ever. Plus, switch right now, and we'll even pay off your old phone up to $800.
Stay chillin', just switching.
Rather slow-paced first half here in Foxborough. We've only seen 2 long drives, one by each side. 10-7 game, and Stroud has started this one 8 for 15. Did throw an interception to Carlton Davis and threw a touchdown to Christian Kirk. In trouble. That ball is up for grabs. Picked off. Back the other way, Jones. He is in for the touchdown. Kayshon had pressure. That ball was up for grabs, and Marcus Jones was waiting for it and took it in from 25 yards out. The touchdown is good, and now the Patriots are having to wait for somebody to come on to their kicking team to make sure they can block up this extra point. And Hunter Henry comes sprinting off the sideline as Will Campbell exits. And here comes the extra point by the rookie Andy Borregales. Patriots back out in front by 4. Marcus Jones, what a player. Only one in the league with an offensive, defensive, special teams touchdown since he entered the league. There's the pressure by Kayshon. There's the pick by Jones. The touchdown. And the Patriots lead. Second quarter.
on game day snacks through Instacart.
New Year, same extra value meals at McDonald's. For just $8, get 2 snack wraps, ranch, spicy, or mix and match, and fries, and a medium soft drink. The 2 snack wrap meal for $8.
A second chance in sports would be nice.
Got that right.
1986, Game 6.
Really?
Another chance of winning it all, Barry.
We're still talking about this?
With BetMGM, you can finally get a second chance. Lock in the second chance offer. BetMGM Sports.
Now at Papa John's, create your own pizza for only $9.99. On original, thin, or New York-style crust, all $9.99. Usually a pizza with no artificial flavors, colors, or additives costs more. But Papa John's knows you deserve better. Order now.
All right, let's go, let's get it. I'm right behind you. You got it. I'm coming.
Here's a look at that last play. Here's the tight end, Harrison Bryant, and then you've got Ariante Ursary, here at left tackle. He gets pushed back, and Bryant trips over Ursary, and that's the outlet. That's the first read that Stroud is looking for, and Milton Williams is the reason this happened. He pushes Ursary back. So it won't show up in the stats, but here's a look at the end of that play. Got away with a face mask on this play, but Milton Williams makes a big play that affects everything. But with that said, C.J. Stroud, you just can't simply throw a ball up like that hoping that somebody on your team comes down with the football. Just a terrible decision on his part.
It was ruled officially a 26-yard return by Marcus Jones. You can see he got in, hit the pylon to put New England back out in front. Noel gets hit hard after crossing the 25 by Jelani Tavai. Well, we have seen 3 turnovers in this ballgame. C.J. Stroud with this pick. Beautiful catch by Carlton Davis. And then Drake Maye had it punched out by Tommy Togiai. Led to points and a touchdown for Houston. And then this play a moment ago up for grabs. And it was Marcus Jones who grabbed it. From the 26, handoff is to Marks, and he's brought down by Christian Ellis. Loss of 1.
Yeah, you come out if you're Nick Caley, the offensive coordinator, and you're trying to settle your quarterback down, and you want to come out, first down, run the football. Hopefully you can pick up 3, 4, 5, maybe more yards, and they lose a yard on the play, and now it's right back into the hands of C.J. Stroud having to do it all himself to move the football.
Second down and 11. Blitz coming. Pass is caught by Hutchinson, and he spins for the first down. Jalen Hawkins was coming on a blitz, and Stroud was able to find Hutchinson for 12 yards.
Good job there by C.J. Stroud just recognizing it. And Hutchinson just basically vacated the spot that Hawkins left in that open space for the first down. Looks like they're coming again.
It's Marks. Well played. And that was Carlton Davis who came in to make the stop after coming. I believe he was rushing on that play. Either way, he was led right into the hole, and he brought down Marks for a loss of 1.
Carlton Davis was such a good signing, a guy who I've always thought a lot of as a corner in this league. Has played for a lot of good defenses, going back to his years with the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, last year with the Detroit Lions, and now helping turn this defense around in New England.
This one is off the hands and picked off. Hutchinson couldn't make the catch, and Craig Woodson did. Turnover number 3 by the Texans on offense.
Yeah, this looked like one that should have been caught. Hutchinson, it's a little high, but yet you expect your receiver to make that play. I mentioned Woodson. He's been sitting tight. He's middle safety, but he's not playing all that deep. He's hanging in there, and because of that, he was in a perfect position then to be able to make the play on the football.
They're going to bring the ball back because he was touched.
An interception. However, he was down by contact at the 48-yard line. It'll be New England's ball, 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line.
You know, this offense for Houston has done such a good job throughout the year protecting the football. Not last week and certainly not today. In 6 quarters of play, 6 turnovers for C.J. Stroud.
Boy, did the Patriots hit on the draft. They got Travion Henderson. They got Craig Woodson, who just had that interception, the left side of their offensive line to go along with that spending spree they did on free agents. And now the Patriots offense back to work at the Houston 48. Travion Henderson was banged up. He's back in the game. Hesitates, spins, and takes it inside the 45.
Well, you look at it, Joe, and to my point that I made a moment ago, because Houston has not turned the ball over throughout the year, because they did protect it so well, this defense was never really asked to have to go out there and defend a short field. And they had to last week, and now they're being asked to do it again. And they're hoping that they can get out of this not giving up any points, but if they do, keep it to a field goal.
Blitz off the edge. Petrie. May is down. And Drake Maye brought down by Will Anderson. Anderson, and there was nowhere to go. And a loss of 8 on the play.
Well, good call there defensively by Matt Burke, and they're going to bring the pressure. You see where Will Anderson is. They bring the edge pressure, and here's where Drake Maye has improved this year. He's stepping up in the pocket, but a little bit of a hesitation by Will Anderson in a game up front defensively, and he's then right there to meet him. That's the play that they needed to back him up on 3rd down.
Houston defense was great last week after turnovers. They allowed only 3 points off 3 turnovers. They're trying to turn it in again. Here's Henry. It's 4th down. As Henry is brought down by Alshire and To'o. They're 2 linebackers. 4th down, and what a nice job by Houston.
Well, really good job defensively. It's 3rd and long, so they're going to play this umbrella coverage here, you see, and take away everything in the middle of the field and not let you go deep. So Drake Maye, which he was so good at last week, recognizing it, check it down. Maybe you make somebody miss, turn it into a field position game. But for Drake Maye to see it, not make a throw that he regretted, and just lives to punt.
Noel with a fair catch at the 9.
That's a great job defensively by the Houston Texans.
Hey, don't miss the CFP National Championship game tomorrow night, 7:30 Eastern, ESPN, as Miami takes on Indiana. The pregame coverage all day, and have you covered for the game on every platform, TV, radio, digital. So many ways to watch and listen to the biggest college football game of the year, IU in Miami, tomorrow night.
How excited are you?
Fairly excited. Feel like a 10-year-old.
Like you're playing.
Yeah.
It's going to be fantastic. Congratulations both to Miami and Indiana. Can't wait to watch it myself.
C.J. Stroud has thrown 3 interceptions over his last 7 throws. He's in trouble here and gets hit again. And it's incomplete. Hutchinson the target. And Kairos Tonga, who the Patriots welcome back after 3 missed games with a bad foot, had pressure, and now Titus Howard, who is starting out at right tackle, moving from his left guard spot, is down.
Yeah, that's a big blow. He's been, everything for this offensive line, starting at 3 different positions throughout the year.
So Howard needs attention, and we'll take a break.
Time, best time, all the time. Come seek the Royal Caribbean.
The 3 for me, only at Chili's. Still can't be beat with the big QP, fries, bottomless chips and salsa, and a bottomless drink, all for just $10.99. So if you're McDone with tiny, overpriced burgers, just come to Chili's. This Chili's 3 for me is the best $10.99 you can eat.
What is it that makes an SUV extraordinary?
Is it the room to keep everyone comfy? Or the rugged off-road capability? What if it's all of that and more?
It's the all-new Hyundai Palisade Hybrid.
Are you going to sit down and lose or take a risk? Yo!
It's going to be cutthroat.
While our nation's best are giving their blood, sweat, and tears in Milan, we'll be sweating right along with them. Michelob Ultra, superior is brewed here.
When a shopping cart smashed my headlight, we worried we'd have to fight to get paid for such a small claim.
And life would revolve around the shopping cart. That never happened. Geico got it fixed fast.
It feels good to get going again. It feels good.
Real strength isn't pushing through pain. It's treating it. When there's no pain, there's more gain. Advil Liquid Gel's target pain caused by inflammation for fast, strong relief. Advil, that's real strength.
Well, Titus Howard, who made 9 straight starts early in the year, was kicked back out to right tackle because Trent Brown couldn't go in this game, their starter. There's Big Trent, 6'8", 380, has a bad ankle. Now Howard is out. Blake Fisher takes his spot. 10 starts this year for Fisher as they continue to mix and match on that offensive line for Houston. 2nd and 10. Time runs out. Pass is incomplete for Nick Chubb. And we'll send it down to Laura Rutledge.
The injuries starting to pile up here for the Texans. Dalton Schultz officially out of this game. He had a calf injury. Keep an eye on what ends up happening with that. And then we've seen Woody Marks in the injury tent just now. He's questionable to return with a right shoulder injury. I'm watching him on the sideline right now, guys. He does not have his helmet. We'll keep you updated on Howard as well when we get word.
Ranks are getting thin for the Texans. Now 3rd down and 10. Stroud with hands on him, just throws it right into the ground. It's an incomplete pass, not a fumble. Pressure by Barmore.
It's an incomplete forward pass. 4th down.
And it's 4th down for the Texans, and right now their offense can't get anything going at all.
Can't get anything going, don't have any answers. When you have 10 runs for 11 yards, you're in for a long day against this New England defense. And like last week, Zach Kerr, the defensive coordinator, he has dialed up a number of blitzes, and the Texans have not had an answer for it. This time on 3rd down, he changes it up, and he brings a 4-man rush, and yet they still get home right inside.
Zach Kerr did not even enter the season as the defensive coordinator. What a job he's done. He took over for Terrell Williams, who's battling prostate cancer, diagnosed earlier this year. But he has called a tremendous game. He's had a great season. Here's the punt from Townsend. At 3 and out, lasted just 21 seconds. Here's Marcus Jones, has a touchdown on an interception return. And this return loses 2 as Jamarcus Ingram went downfield to make the stop. Let's check in with Lisa.
Yeah, Joe, over here on the Patriots sideline, running back Ramondre Stevenson, questionable with an eye injury. He was over here with the medical staff for an extended period of time. They were working on his eyes, putting drops in that did not seem to be helping because they put the drops in at least 5 or 6 times, and each time Ramondre was saying, no, I'm not good to go yet. Again, he's questionable to return. And also safety Craig Woodson. He's no longer in the medical tent, but he was in there being evaluated. We're being told he's questionable with a potential head injury.
Yeah, cold, raw day here in Foxborough as Travion Henderson carries and gets 3. Well, we came on the air, Troy, talking about Houston's defense and how if they were going to get to the AFC champ game and take on Denver, they'd have to do it on the strength of their defense. With the way their offense is looking, the offense doesn't have Schultz, Collins, their right tackle, on and on. I mean, they're really going to have to ride this defense here the rest of the way.
Yeah, they're going to have to not only expect them to keep New England out of the end zone, but they're going to have to try to create more takeaways to set up their offense. And if they're able to come away with some scores like they did last week, even better. But you're asking a lot from this group.
Wide open is Boutte. Kayshon Boutte makes a move and takes it inside the 30. Yards as May hit him in stride.
Yeah, the Texans, they play a 2-shell coverage, so they've got safeties deep, and you've got Lassiter who comes up, and Petrie, he's having to honor the outside route, and so it opens up a big area there in the middle of the field for this slant route, and Drake Maye puts it right on him. Nice play.
Patriots bring in an extra offensive lineman, Thayer Munford, who they got from the Browns practice squad. Tailback is Henderson, and Travion gets it. Togiai is in on the stop with Alshire. And a gain of 3.
You know, you mentioned they bring in Thayer Munford, and he, like the Texans, like to use 6 offensive linemen as Munford leaves the field. The New England Patriots do as well. And when they started running the football well, which was after their bye, that last 4 games of the regular season, and then last week as well in the wild card win, a big part of that success was due to them going to more 6 offensive linemen and Thayer Munford, because they have run the football as well as anybody the last 5 games.
Little play action, strong throw. Boutte takes it inside the 10. Perfect throw from Drake Maye, and a gain of 18.
Well, now Drake Maye starting to heat up a little bit along with with these fans here at Gillette Stadium, but Kayshon Boutte, he has had a nice year here in his third season and doing some things that, quite frankly, we didn't see a lot from him last year, but he's been a big addition in how he's been able to contribute to this offense. But he gets inside, and you see the window there that Drake Maye is able to deliver the football.
First and goal from the 7. Maye, end zone, the catch, the touchdown, Diggs. Good throw, strong catch, 7-yard touchdown from Drake Maye.
This is a great catch. I mean, that is not easy to do. That ball's away. He knows he's going to have contact at the end of it. Jalen Reed in coverage, and he's trying to make a play on the football, but just strong hands by Stefon Diggs. That's a big-time catch.
The extra point by Borregales. Continues his perfect postseason. Stefon Diggs, his 5th career postseason touchdown, his first since 2020 with the Bills. 21-10 game.
Whoa. Profile the chart top linebacker prospects with 40-yard time under 4.6. Isolate the top 3 with strong leadership skills. Predict which player will have over 100 tackles and make a profile. That's the guy.
Stefon Diggs, the former Houston Texan who tore his ACL last year while with Houston. He played all year, started every game, and he was working here against the rookie Jalen Reed.
Yeah, you know, Jalen Reed, here he is locked up. Not an easy contest for him, but it's not bad. I mean, he's in a decent position, and the ball is perfect throw by Drake Maye. But the hands and the strength of his hands in order to be able to make that catch in these conditions, that's big time. He's pretty proud of him, too. He should be. That's not easy from that distance from your quarterback.
He's in his 11th year. He's had a tremendous career. He's knocking on the door of 1,000 career receiving yards in the playoffs. And we've seen Maye, as you said, heat up. Diggs gets the touchdown. Demario Douglas one earlier. Kayshon Boutte a couple of catches to get him down in position. And just like that, it's an 11-point game with 3:12 to go in the first half. Noel will bring it. Broke one tackle, but can't get to the 25. Charles Woods in to make the stop. We keep talking so much about the Houston defense, number 1. This was a top 10 defense for the Patriots as well during the regular season, and they've been all over the place.
They have been, and if you're Nick Caley, the offensive coordinator, I don't know what you do because nothing has been able to work. And part of it, when you play against the New England Patriots, you better protect inside with their defensive tackles, and the Texans have had a hard time with that. They're not running the football. That call sheet for Nick Caley's gotten a lot smaller.
Well, Titus Howard is back, as is Woody Marks. That ball was tipped. And Marcus Jones almost got his second interception of the half. The Texans' last 3 drives have gone interception, a 3 and out, and this was nearly another turnover.
Yeah, right now, C.J. Stroud, he gets his hand hit, so the ball comes out odd. And he definitely is feeling this pass rush because they've been all over him. He's feeling the edge pressure, and he's also feeling that interior pressure that I talked about. Those guys are stout inside, and no real place to step up as the quarterback.
And now full start. That was Caleb on Chason who had pressure on that first throw.
Full start. Offense number 87. 5-yard penalty. Second down.
Now Cade Stover, the tight end, and now their top tight end without Dalton Schultz, who's out with that calf injury, is guilty of a false start. That is the 3rd pre-snap penalty against the Texans offense, and Nico Collins, man, what they would give to have him available in this one.
And no question, if I think if C.J. Stroud had his choice, he'd take Dalton Schultz, because that's the guy, that's the security blanket, the interior receiver at tight end, an easier guy to get the ball to.
2nd and 15. Stroud's going to air it out. Downfield, flag on the play. Kirk is overthrown, but a flag in the secondary. And it's going to be a pass interference call against New England as he was working against Carlton Davis.
Pass interference. Defense number 7. The ball will be placed at the spot of the foul. Automatic first down.
You can see Carlton Davis, he's expecting the ball to come out. They really haven't taken, these deep shots like this. They've got a real chance at it. You saw the grab just as he gets past him. But, Christian Kirk, he can certainly run. They've got some guys with some speed. Not surprised Vrabel doesn't like the call. But the Houston Texans, they needed that just to give themselves a new set of downs. They've got to get out of this half with at least not giving up any more points or going in a bigger deficit than where they already are.
They get the ball to start the second half. Here is Marks, and he's dragged down by Barmore. And the Patriots keep reminding us to give this defense their just due. A loss of 4 on that play. And Woody Marks, after a big day, has been able to do nothing in this game.
No, Christian Barmore, he's excellent. And, he's part of that duo that I was talking about with him, with Barmore along with Milton Williams. We haven't even talked about Corey Durden. He's had a great year as well. And he's another force.
2nd down and 14. Extra men on the rush. Stroud is protected, and he throws a strike to Jaden Higgins. And some more breathing room for this Houston offense with a completion of 16 yards as we're coming up on the 2-minute warning here in Foxborough. Texans on the move, trailing 21-10. You're watching ESPN's Divisional Playoff presented by Intuit TurboTax.
Cheese. It's the new OM Cheeseburger from Applebee's. Our juicy bacon cheeseburger served on a skillet of cheesy deliciousness. Too much cheese? Never. Applebee's new OM Cheeseburger for $11.99. Also on our 2 for $25 menu.
Caught the early flight. See you there.
Finally beating your siblings to the good room on family vacation. That's what the world's biggest airline can do for you, baby bro.
I'm 26. With Popeye's new $5 faves menu, you can get this, or this, or this, or this. And no one's stopping you from getting them all. Now there's an idea. Love that chicken from Popeyes.
This vacation was such a good call. 3 moms sitting down at the same time must document this historic moment. I'm not moving a muscle. Don't worry. AT&T gave me the new iPhone 17 Pro with the center stage front camera. Didn't even need the most expensive plan. Should we call the kids? No.
Get the all-new iPhone 17 Pro on us when you trade in your old iPhone. Any condition. Most expensive plan not required. Plus, switch to AT&T and we'll pay off your phone balance up to $800 per line.
Intuit TurboTax presents Now This is a Game Changer. With over 125 yards from scrimmage from Ramondre Stevenson and a touchdown pass from Drake Maye to Hunter Henry, the Patriots beat the Chargers last week, their first playoff win at home in 7 years. And with TurboTax, Now Taxes is filing confidently with a local expert right on your home turf at our new TurboTax stores. Intuit TurboTax, proud sponsor of the NFL.
Coming up on the All-State halftime, first half takeaways with SVP, Ryan Clark, Jason Kelsey, and Marcus Spears. And a CFP National Championship preview. Hurricanes and Hoosiers tomorrow night across all of the ESPN platforms. First down at the New England 49. Play action. Stroud is picked again by Carlton Davis.
Talk about it a lot, Joe. Balls that are thrown behind with that kind going to happen. Carlton Davis, who I mentioned, had not had an interception this year. You talked about earlier that being his first in the postseason. Now he's got 2. He's had a good game. He just got called for pass interference to kind of set this up. But he makes a heck of a play on the football that's thrown behind him. It looked initially like maybe he's bobbling it, but he gets it. And, boy, there is nothing that's gone right for C.J. Stroud.
4 of the last 6 Houston drives have ended with an interception. The turnovers keep coming. Here's a delayed handoff to Henderson. Not much. 22 years ago today, Ty Law had 3 interceptions in the 2003 AFC Champ game in the snow here against the Colts and Peyton Manning. January 18th, 2004. It's been a 4-interception game for this defense, 2 for number 7, Carlton Davis.
Well, they get the pass interference on Davis. They get set up at midfield, and it looked like, hey, if they can come away with some kind of points, even if just 3, they run the clock down, they get the ball to start the second half, but instead they're holding on for dear life not to give up any more points to New England.
And trying to get a takeaway of their own is Kamari Lassiter is there defending against Kyle Williams. No flag, and it's 3rd and 7. Crowd wanted a penalty flag. Let's take a look.
Kamari Lassiter, I talked about it last week. He plays corner there. There was definitely a little bit of tugging and pulling, but
there's some contact there. But to me, it's very close in time to when the ball arrives. They don't want officials to call that.
Vrabel did.
Somebody needs to tell the Bills that.
It's 3rd down and 7. Extra man on the rush. And this on 3rd and 7 is incomplete. And again, the Texans get a stop. Pressure by Sheldon Rankins. And that throw to Henderson bounced in. It's 4th down.
You know, I don't know about you, Joe, but it feels like it's been so one-sided, and you think that New England has just been doing all this on offense, and yet they haven't. Both teams are at 130 yards of total offense. Neither offense has really done that much. It's just these turnovers that we've seen from C.J. Stroud.
Here's the punt by Behringer and a fair catch by Jalen Knoll. Take a look at the Texans in the playoffs. Under D'Amico Ryans. They've been good in that wild card round. But they have struggled in the divisional. 2 years ago, they lost to the Ravens. Last year, they lost to the Chiefs. This year in the wild card round, they beat the Steelers. And what's it going to be against the Patriots today? It doesn't help when your offense has 4 turnovers. The good side for Houston, they've given up only 7 points off those turnovers. Another chance for Stroud, and this one bounces into Higgins. And I would imagine C.J. Stroud's head is spinning right now.
Yeah, I was going to say, Joe, that even after that last throw, it just looks like he's throwing and hoping. You know, that he's just not seeing it. He's feeling the pressure. And it happens when you've got a pass rush like what we've seen from New England and all the different looks that they like to bring. It's created some confusion. It's changed his timing in the pocket. He's just not playing with confidence right now.
Here's an incompletion for Kirk. 56 seconds left in the half.
Well, that's what I was going to say, Joe. New England's got 3 timeouts, so they could use them in order to try to get the ball back. But with 2 straight incompletions, they don't even have to do that. Clock stops. They make a stop here. They'll use it. And Nick Caley, you know, what do? Do you try to pick it up here? Do you run it and force them to burn a timeout? They're going to go for it, and rightfully so. But C.J. Stroud has to be smart.
Steps up and he'll go. Flag is down, and so is Stroud. Short of first down yardage as Milton Williams makes that play. And we'll get the call from Sean Smith.
Illegal formation. Offense, number 79 was not on the line of scrimmage. That penalties decline, result of the play is 4th down.
So a punt will be the result. And the body language, and I guess rightly so, for C.J. Stroud, not very good as this offense heads to the sideline.
Well, we knew that it was potentially going to be tough once we learned that Trent Brown, the starting right tackle, was out of the lineup. The lineup they went with last week with Titus Howard at left guard, that's their best 5. And when they had to move Titus again and then move Jared Patterson as the backup center to left guard, everything kind of got shuffled around and not ideal against this defense.
Good punt here by Townsend. Drives Marcus Jones back. The dangerous returner. Far sideline. Knocked out of bounds, but a strong return. And after a 3-and-out and a 14-second possession by the Texans, the Patriots get a 23-yard return by Marcus Jones after a 58-yard punt. The divisional playoffs presented by Intuit TurboTax conclude tonight with the Rams and the Bears at a very cold Soldier Field at 6:30 Eastern on NBC. And, of course, next Sunday, don't miss the AFC Championship game on CBS at 3, followed by the NFC Championship game on Fox at 6:30. The winner of this game will be in Denver to take on the Broncos. The winner of the game tonight will be in Seattle to take on the Seahawks. Back to work. Drake Maye wanted to air it out, and this ball comes out. Forced fumble by Will Anderson, and this is recovered by New England. It's second down as Maye had it knocked out of his hand by Will Anderson. And then we'll see who got on top of it. It was Morgan Moses, their veteran right tackle.
Yeah, it's Will Anderson, as I mentioned. He's working against Will Campbell. He's lined up against him more than he has on the other side. He comes in, is able to make a play. Now, they brought the rookie, Travion Henderson, running back. His job is to help protect over there off that edge, but he doesn't help him at all. You see him, the one thing, these guys do a great job of chipping the edge rushers, but Henderson really doesn't get much of them, and Maye knows that he's got to do a better job of protecting the football. They're fortunate.
Boy, Will Anderson had a clear shot at the fumble that he forced coming around the edge. It's a couple of times the Texans have not been able to get on the ball and recover the fumble. Drake Maye with his 13th fumble of the season. That's the most in the league, but Morgan Moses, 34-year-old right tackle in his 12th season, is there to save it for New England. And a timeout is taken by the Patriots now with 13 seconds left in the half.
Yeah, lost a lot of time off the clock, and so Houston could very well get out of this without relinquishing any more points.
Second down and 19. Here's Douglas. He has a touchdown in this game, and Alshire brings him down. Timeout New England with 5 seconds and now 4 seconds to go. In this first half. And we will welcome you inside the broadcast booth. Right now, it just feels to me, and I don't know about you, but like Houston is just trying to hang on right now. And right now, it's that defense out there trying to get a stop here before the half.
You know, I'm from a hometown of Henrietta where Jim Shoulders is from, world-class champion cowboy. They're trying to hold on for 8 seconds. I mean, is what they're trying to do because, you know, it has kind of gotten away from them, and yet this defense has been able to hold them in it. If they don't give up any points here before this half, I mean, that's big. You hate to say it. But down 11 points and getting the ball in the second half, now there's a lot of discussion that's going to have to take place in the locker room to straighten this out.
They don't even rush Drake Maye as this one is broken up. Crowd wants a flag again. It's Lassiter again, this time on Stefon Diggs. And there are 2 seconds left in the half. That time the Texans just bailed and did not rush Drake Maye. And there's the contact with Diggs and Lassiter.
I mean, to me, there's an awful lot of contact there before the defender turns. That looks like it very well could be pass interference.
They didn't call it. And now Jaden Higgins joins the defense for Houston. He's back near the end zone. It's Hail Mary time out of the right hand of Drake Maye, and there's a chance in the end zone, and it's picked off by Jamarcus Ingram. And I guess a fitting end to this first half here in Foxborough, an 11-point Patriots lead. We'll send it down to Lisa Salters.
Mike, 4 interceptions from your defense. Just what are you seeing from the D right now?
Well, I mean, they're keeping us in this thing right now. Again, we knew it was going to be tough. We're going to have to get some turnovers. We're going to have to take advantage of the turnovers.
Drake Maye has 3 fumbles, 1 loss. What will you say to him in the locker room?
Hang on to the football and protect the quarterback.
Thank you.
Thank you, Mike. Thank you, Lisa. 21-10 game at the half. Texans get the ball to start the second half. A lot to talk about in those locker rooms. Stay tuned. The All-State halftime comes your way next.
This is the All-State halftime.
Welcome to the All-State halftime. The Patriots by 11 here, powered by their defense. Turnovers aplenty in the first half. Marcus Spears, Jason Kelsey, Ryan Clark. I'm Scott Van Pelt. Ben, we spent a great deal of our couple of hours before the game talking about how both quarterbacks needed to protect the football. Really, neither did, but Swag, 4 interceptions in the first half. With 30 minutes left in their season, I think the Texans are talking about who's playing quarterback in the second half.
It's got to be a conversation between Davis Mills, and I get it that it's your starter. You want to bold confidence, but C.J. Stroud looks rattled right now. And it was a little bit of this in Pittsburgh that had me concerned about tonight. Taking care of the football was the premium tonight. This defense for the Houston Texans, thank God it's the Houston Texans defense. Because if it wasn't, this game would be absolutely over right now. And I think as a staff, you got to go in and ask yourself, not can he throw it or not any of that. Where is his mind? Somebody take him in a room and say, CJ, where are you right now? Be honest with me. Because if not, Davis Mills will have to be the guy.
You are not having that conversation with C.J. Stroud. The second half has legit ramifications on whether or not C.J. Stroud is the quarterback for the Houston Texans going forward. 3 years in a row, C.J. Stroud's gotten you to this game. This is the year you feel like you have the players around him to win it. There's no Nico Collins. There's no Dalton Schultz. There's no run game. They put everything on this young man's shoulders. Give him 30 minutes to show you that he's the guy you drafted 2nd overall. He's the guy that's brought you here, and that he's the dude that can take you in the future. He's playing for it all right now. Whether if it's his mind, if it's physical, if it's decisions, if it's bad throws, you got to let him go out and show you this is who he is.
The problem is now they've built themselves in the hole, so now he has to go out there and make plays. Before, he could have settled in and let that defense make plays. He's going to have to come out here and make plays himself. They can't just be this protect the ball, don't make dumb decisions. Yeah. He's going to have to come out here, not only stop doing that, and make plays down the field.
I've seen bad games. I've seen quarterbacks play bad games and bounce back. It's 2 weeks in a row now in the playoffs.
Hey, fellas, what's crazy is that May put the ball on the ground 3 times. As big a play as there's been in the first half is that Houston was unable to get the strip sack recovery inside the 5-yard line, and it's a 10-point game. In fact, in large part because this Houston defense has managed those turnovers.
This Houston's defense has been amazing. They not only created turnovers, but when turning the football over, they forced punts. They forced opportunities to get the ball back to their offense. Daniil Hunter has been amazing. Will Anderson coming off of the edge has been amazing, even forcing fumbles in the interior of the defensive line. But if you're this defense, you cannot allow fatigue to take you out of making plays. That's both mentally and physically if you're the Houston Texans.
Will Campbell's done a great job of falling on both of these fumbles. They would have been crucial turnovers that would have resulted in points both times, most likely for Houston. One would have likely been a touchdown. New England's defense, I want to give them some credit. We're talking about C.J. Stroud.
Been amazing.
The Patriots, Vrabel, Zach Kerr, they are throwing all sorts of things at him. They're blitzing underneath. They're setting backers through the A-gaps. They've done a great job of applying pressure on C.J. Stroud.
There are also more issues. This offensive line is not playing well for Houston. Yeah. They can't run the football. I'm not laying it all on C.J. feet, but the decision-making from the most important guy that's going to touch the ball is alarming to me. It was alarming in Pittsburgh. It's alarming to me tonight. Eat it. Punt the football and let your defense live.
And the other thing is this, too. He got to pick his head up. Yeah. He got to stop walking to the sideline like he's defeated. Yeah. He got to stop looking at all the other people wondering what's going on. We get it. There's a ton of pressure. We get it. Your top 2 targets aren't there. This is who you're supposed to be.
100%.
This is the reason we've all played this game our entire life, is to be in this stadium at this moment with everybody on the sideline looking at us to do it. This is going to have major ramifications on how executives, coaches, and the players in that locker room look at C.J. Stroud. Come out here and lead like you have your entire life.
You think he can?
I was going to follow it up, but I don't know how to top what RC just said. I think he can, absolutely. I think you got to have this mechanism when you're going through stuff like this, where you feel like you're in the matrix. You don't know what's up, what's down. You got to have something that gets you back to ground level. A lot of times just focus on your little techniques. Focus on one little play at a time. I think that's what they got to do coming out.
They get the ball first coming out of the locker room. It's a gigantic opportunity. 30 minutes of football left, potentially in their season. We'll see what Stroud and the Texans can do to answer what has been a miserable first half with turnovers.
You're watching the All-State Halftime. All-State, you're in good hands.
You know where I wanna go, dancing in the afterglow, sunset putting on a show. Whoa, dreaming of my words like it's meant to be. Rumors have you heard new possibility. Good things get better. Good things get better.
Wellness perfectly picked for you. Now at Target.
The NFL has taken huge strides to ensure player safety by creating the digital athlete, an AI injury prediction tool powered by AWS that captures real-time data for every player and runs millions of simulations, allowing teams to identify when players are at the highest risk for injury and informing rule changes that protect players, making the game safer for those at the heart of it. That's the future of player health and safety.
Welcome back to the All-State Halftime.
Powered by the Patriot defense. They have an 11-point lead here at the half. They're 13-1 all time when they lead by double digits at home in a playoff game. Houston going to try to change the direction this one when they get the ball. Meanwhile, tomorrow night in Miami, it's a college football championship playoff game. A preview, Reese Davis and Kirk Herbstreit. Men?
Scott, Indiana playing for the national championship. Most remarkable turnaround in the history of college football, led by the presumptive #1 overall pick in the draft, Fernando Mendoza, against Miami, the U-back. Tell you what, the Canes are going to have a hard time with this Indiana defense.
Well, Indiana defense has been dominant all year. They do so much movement up front. It really affects the communication with the offensive line. If Miami's going to come into this game, their defense is going to do a great job. But if they're going to win this game, I hate to put it all on Carson Beck, but Carson Beck is going to have to play one of those games where his decision-making is tight. He's not turning the football over. In fact, he's making big plays. He's more than capable physically in doing that. And really down this back half of this their schedule, he just got better and better, of course, the way he played to win that game against Ole Miss. So he comes in with a lot of confidence, and he just has to be a great distributor and play smart.
Redemption story for Carson Beck. Fernando Mendoza in his hometown. It's all on the line in the national championship game. We'll see you Monday, Scott.
All right, fellas, look forward to that. We're heading your way after this one. Pop Douglas on a 4th down got the Patriots on the board. They lead by 11. Texans get the ball to start the second half. Enjoy it from Foxborough.
Thank you for watching the All-State Halftime.
When I was a kid, my father lost his income. Food stamps lifted us up. But under Trump, America is becoming a country that cuts food programs for kids. I have a plan to repeal Trump's heartless cuts and create a nationwide free lunch program. We're not a country that pushes kids down. In America, we lift kids up. I should know I was one of them. I'm Rajat Krishnamurthy, and I approve this message. Because underdogs, we just fight harder.
Introducing new frosted sodas and floats. Only at Chick-fil-A.
Everybody come clap your hands. Oh, don't you know when you dance, you've got to smile or you can't cry. Try it a while, you'll be surprised. Baby,
float.
it's a rock and roll.
Pop, spin, and slide like an original. The original Chick-fil-A chicken sandwich and new frosted sodas and floats. Only at Chick-fil-A.
When you walk into a Burlington, you'll be amazed at how much we've changed. Wow. Brands, trends, savings. It's giving you main character energy.
Burlington.
Burlington deals brands wow.
Choose to get out there. All electric for short trips, fuel for longer journeys, and the 3-row Mazda CX-90 plug-in hybrid.
I'll wake up.
I'm the world's greatest advertisement for the hottest new super drug that makes you effortlessly beautiful.
Okay, what's better than the national championship game? How about getting tickets to the game tomorrow morning? GMA's right there in Miami, about to give away tickets to 2 superfans who have no idea it's coming tomorrow on
Good Morning America.
This is Fresh Pet. Here, there are no fillers, no spray-on flavors, no compromises. Just vet-developed recipes packed with fresh meat and healthy veggies. Because real fresh food belongs in everybody's bowl.
I'm Boomer Esiason. My mom died from cancer. She was only 37 years old. And that's why having life insurance is so important to me. Ethos lets you get life insurance in minutes, 100% online, no medical exam.
Check your price today at ethos.com.
This little light of mine has been dark for quite some time. Then I let in the light to help see more of the light inside of me.
I needed more from my antidepressant, so my doctor added Caplyta, proven to provide greater relief from depression symptoms than an antidepressant alone, building on my progress without starting over. Weight gain and reported sexual side effects were not common.
Elderly dementia patients have increased risk of death or stroke. Caplyta is not approved for dementia-related psychosis. Call your doctor about new or sudden mood changes, behaviors, or suicidal thoughts right away. Antidepressants may increase these risks. Report fever, confusion, stiff muscles, which may be life-threatening, or uncontrolled muscle movements, which may be permanent. High cholesterol and weight gain may occur, as can high blood sugar, which may be fatal. Common side effects are sleepiness, dizziness, nausea, dry mouth, feeling tired, and diarrhea. These aren't all the side effects.
Ask your doctor about Caplyta.
Help see more of the light inside of me.
Into a TurboTax. Now Taxes is meeting with a TurboTax expert who can get your taxes done for you at our new in-person locations. Now this is Taxes.
This broadcast is copyrighted by NFL Productions for the private use of our audience. Any other use of this broadcast or any pictures, descriptions, or accounts of the game without the consent of NFL Productions is prohibited.